clean, customized comedy show. Do what hundreds of companies and associations throughout the country have done. Hire comedian Jan McInnis. Jan connects with her audience by sharing her experiences working in the corporate world.
Follow your dreams. That's the message behind today's Town Hall lecture series at the North Platinaville Center. Jan McInnis was the featured speaker. McInnis had an office job in marketing for 15 years, but McInnis's dream was to be a comedian.
I love my job, man. Before comedy, I actually spent 15 years in the corporate world, working my way up the corporate ladder as a marketing person. The last company I worked for was into all those employee motivational things. Y'all heard of this stuff? Team building, TQM, you know. If you don't know what it is, I'm good at it. I've done it. Team building means employee empowerment and ownership. Yeah, so I took the copier. I never owned one of these, man. I was a manager there, man. I hated being in charge of people, you know, because they're all calling in with excuses you want to use, right? When you manage people, too, you learn a lot of stuff, don't you? Like most relatives die on a Friday. An assistant called in, she quit on voicemail. Yeah, so I faxed her severance check. I was gonna mail her a copy, we didn't have a copier. I just read that there are less women in the workforce than men. I think that's because we women warn each other, right, ladies? Yeah, once a year we have that take your daughter to work day. Yeah, show them what happens when you don't marry rich. Kids are so honest, I'd be afraid of what my daughter would say. Mommy, that looks just like our copier. Shut up and grab some toner. So employers complain too. They say they can't find good employees because this is true. 72% of us lie on our resume. Yeah, okay, we'll quit lying on our resume when they quit lying on the job description. Yeah, I thought the benefits at my last job were good. They said we got 20 days off a year. They meant 10 weekends.
And Jan also hits a nerve with her jokes on family and day-to-day stuff.
I just became an aunt again. Yeah, now that my sister has kids, the only gifts she gives me are pictures of them. Yeah, I don't have any kids, so I sent her a picture of me sleeping in on Saturday. Oh, yeah. Kids are expensive for us aunts and uncles, aren't they, huh? We gotta buy them gifts. I found a way to get revenge. I now only buy accessories to stuff they don't have. That's right, every one of my gifts cost my sister $300. I can't wait until Christmas. My niece is gonna love her new saddle. I got a cat, man. I've had my cat for 17 years. Yeah, I love my cat, but that's a long time, man. How long do they live? Of course, the other day I caught her staring at me, you know, thinking the same thing. No kids for Jan, huh? If I was gonna have kids, I'd have two. I'd name them after my parents, Jim and Joanne. That'd make it a lot more fun to spank them. They might get a few extra spankings, huh? Speaking of kids, I went to my class reunion recently. Yeah, I was on the committee. I was in charge of the invitations, so there weren't any cheerleaders there this year.
So this is fun, though. I get to travel all around. I get to check out your town for a few minutes today. That's a nice town, man. Yeah, you do. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's a great town you got here. I walked into this one store. I got attacked by your makeup lady. She asked what kind of makeup remover I used. I said, the pillow. You say stuff like that, they just scatter. Of course, they'll give you a free makeover. They can't do product testing on animals anymore. They say if you want to meet someone, you got to take up a hobby you enjoy, right? I like to ski. My friends want me to try something called heli skiing. You heard of this one? It's where they take you to the top of a mountain in a helicopter, drop you off, and you ski down. No trails. You could die in an avalanche. My friend said, don't worry, there are dogs specially trained to sniff people out buried in the snow. So I'll be the only person skiing with a T-bone strapped to my head. No offense, but I don't want to be found first. I like you people. You're getting this stuff, huh? Oh, my goodness. I don't want to pass on my my genes. I think that's it with the kids. The most prominent feature about my family, we all have big feet. You guys can see my shoe size. That is a 12 triple A. Thanks for making me feel good up there, yeah. I'm okay with it now, but it was embarrassing in first grade. One day our class went on a nature hike. The park rangers came across my footprints, closed the park, spent the weekend tracking me. Those tranquilizer darts hurt.
In addition, Jan customizes the show to make it memorable.
Oh, so I get a great job now, man. I love my job. I get to travel around the country and meet all sorts of nice people like yourselves, stay in some fun towns. I do shows for all sorts of companies. I did a show for Geico recently, the insurance company. Yeah, that didn't go so well. I'm standing backstage waiting to go on. I squashed this lizard. Turns out that was their opening speaker. I did a show for a women's group. In the morning, they had a program on how to stop trying to change your man. I'm not making this up. In the afternoon, they had a shooting clinic. Everybody attended. I do a lot of shows for hospitals. I did one for a hospital raising money for their children's rooftop play deck. I know, I don't like kids either, but... That's kind of cruel, you know? They said they were Massachusetts' largest trauma center. I'm like, no, duh. Bet the others don't have a children's rooftop play deck.
Jan can do a hilarious customized comedy wrap-up for your event by sitting through one day of sessions or the whole convention and recapping what your group has learned.
By the way, this morning they gave you a CD. They said it has all the sessions that you're going to sit in today. How many of y'all thought like me, hey, it's 8:35, I can go home? I can watch this in my pajamas, huh? We learned some stuff today too, didn't we, huh? We learned the company made $9 billion last year. Yeah, forget those mouse pads. They had to put some jewelry in those packets. What else did we learn? We learned don't use a HUD-1 unless you have to, right? 2 of your employees got you guys fined like $5 million, huh? That's some power, isn't it, huh? You remember that next time someone's giving you grief in the office, huh? Hey, back off, Jack. I got a HUD-1 form. I know how to use it. I'll fill out line 201. We're all going to prison. That was 2 employees in Houston. I can't wait to hear how that story changes when we get to Houston next week. And we all learned this morning what? That nobody really knows when the settlement date is, huh? I think y'all should just put in your birth date. Wouldn't it be funny? Every one of her transactions closes on June 15th.
The reviews are in, and they're great. Jan's funny and unique act touches on universal topics that everyone, both men and women, across all age groups can relate to. We especially liked how you tailored the show to our group, and that none of the jokes were offensive. Everyone thought that you were hilarious. Thanks for helping us to kick off our company retreat on such a fantastic note this year. I can't believe you even had our principals in stitches. I've never had so many compliments in our retreat. I will recommend you to everyone I know. You amazed us with your ability to incorporate your interactions with our group into your act. That made it very unique and personalized. It was a privilege to have such enjoyable entertainment by such a personable, funny woman. Not only was Jan hilarious, but she took the time to research our company, and we felt like she really knew who we were and what would make us laugh. When the comment cards came back, she was a 10 out of 10. Bravo, Jan. So the next time you need a keynote entertainer to kick off your convention, a humor pick-me-up during your awards banquet, a comedy wrap-up of your convention sessions, or an after-dinner customized comedy show, choose comedian Jan McInnis.
You were great. It gives you a lot of credit to come up there and think of stuff to talk about and not use foul language. I mean, that says a lot.
That was really good.
You were very funny. We enjoyed it very much. You were hilarious. Because you know what? I don't laugh at most of the comedians on the TV because they're not funny, but you were hilarious.
It was enjoyable.
You had me rolling back there. You really did. You were fantastic.
Hey, thanks a lot, you guys. Good night.